If you're an interior design student getting ready to start your first internship, or a recent college grad getting your first taste of corporate architecture as a junior designer, then listen up. As the owner of my own commercial interior design business, and as a former junior designer who interned at 3 design firms before I even graduated with a degree, I know a thing or two about being at the bottom because I spent years in that position. And in each one of those jobs, I made certain decisions and carried myself in a way that allowed me to be successful and earn my way to better career opportunities really early on. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you my 10 pieces of advice for your first interior design job that will make you stand out from your peers and set you up for a successful career from the start. What's up, designers? My name is Kelsey. I'm an NCIDQ certified interior designer and the owner of KLSY, a Manhattan-based design studio specializing in commercial spaces. My mission here on YouTube is to help other designers excel in their career while promoting transparency about the industry and profession. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, follow KLSY on Instagram, and click the link down below to sign up for my email newsletter. I answer every single email I get from you guys, so never hesitate to ask me your questions, and I may even make a video about it in the future. The first piece of advice I have for any junior designer or intern is to set your expectations. If this is your first real design job, do not expect to be thrust into the center of the most exciting project. To be honest, you might not even design anything during your entire first year. Where I can almost guarantee you will be spending most, if not all of your time, is in the material library. You'll be putting away samples for hours a day, kind of like a glorified organizer. And everyone complains about it. I know I did when I was going through bins of samples, putting them back where they belong, only to turn around and the bin be full again. But every single designer had to do this at some point. It's kind of like when you're rushing a sorority. You have to sing the silly songs and do the dares and whatever annoying or gross stuff they haze you with. I don't know, I was actually never in a sorority. But the point is, everyone had to be the one to do the grunt work. So suck it up, do the task at hand, and do it well. And you may even see it as an opportunity, because every task is an opportunity to learn something new. If you are in fact stationed in that material library day in and day out, learn everything you can while you're there. A lot of the job as an interior designer is knowing what products and materials exist and how to specify them correctly. So use the hours you're spending with those materials, not just to organize them, but learn about them. Read the specifications on the back, ask questions about them, meet the reps that come in and drop off samples, and have engaging conversations with them. And when someone asks something of you, no matter if it's getting coffee or sitting in on a meeting or picking out one single paint color, say yes to it. No assignment or project is below or above you. If an opportunity arises and a boss or a coworker asks you to do something or help with something, you say yes. It not only gives you access to more opportunities in the future, it tells them that you're a team player and always ready and willing to lend a helping hand. You'll be the first person that they call when an actually exciting and fun task arises. Which leads me into my third piece of advice, and that is to network your butt off. I want you to make friends with everyone. Your reps, your coworkers, your bosses, everyone. Say good morning and goodbye to the receptionist every single day. Get to know the guys at the print desk. Chat with the janitor. And maybe the most important, the people in HR. I had a close professional relationship with the head of HR at a former firm, and she was able to guide me with things like asking for raises and navigating interpersonal issues with coworkers. And she actually eventually guided me through the process of leaving that job. She let me know how much money I was entitled for my unused PTO and also encouraged me to stay one extra day at that job in order to keep my health insurance for the next full month. Now that is a true angel in human form. And I wouldn't have received many of those benefits and the support if I didn't work on building that relationship while I worked there. I actually also got that job because I built a relationship with the former head of HR, because I would just call all the time asking for a job, and when a job opened up, I was the first person that she thought of because we had talked on the phone so many times, and yeah, I got the job like the next day. The point of all of this is to build a positive reputation for yourself. You don't want to be known as the person who keeps to themselves and isn't friendly. You want everyone, even the janitor, to speak positively of you behind your back. If this is an internship, you need to build these important relationships, like with your managers and your studio leaders, because they are going to be the people who decide if you're going to be offered a full-time position after your internship ends. But these relationships won't just serve you in the early phases of your career. I am still friends with and in contact with so many people from my intern days, and some of them have even referred me to new jobs and clients, especially reps, because those are people that will continue working with you long after you've left this job. And don't stop at only networking within your company. Get out from behind your desk and throw yourself into the industry as a whole. Go to the lunch and learns, the networking events, the happy hours, everything. Not all of these events will be the most fun and exciting way to spend your evening after a tiresome full day of work, but they will allow you to network with people outside of your job, like at other firms, other reps that you don't necessarily talk to, just other people in the industry. And honestly, some of those events will be very fun and exciting. The interior design industry is kind of crazy sometimes. I've met Venus Williams at an industry event, which was very cool, and I was so nervous that in the photo you can see my fist just tightening up so much. And I also met Jason Derulo at a post-event rep dinner. So go to all of the events, trust me, especially if you live in New York. Please don't get drunk at events. Go to all the events, drink a little bit, have fun. Don't be the one that gets really hammered at the events. My fifth piece of advice is to act as if you're already a senior designer. To be very clear, this does not mean that you need to be arrogant or a know-it-all, because we've already established that you don't know anything about this job yet. You're new to this. What I mean is to carry yourself in a way that projects confidence and professionalism. When I was a junior designer at my first full-time job at a really big corporate architectural firm, I got dressed up to go to work every single day. When everyone else was wearing leggings, jeans and t-shirts, running sneakers, I would show up in heels or a dress or sometimes even a full suit. I wasn't meeting with clients or leading presentations yet, but I wanted people to see me as the kind of person who could do that. I was carrying myself as if I was already doing those things. And it damn worked, because my coworkers started seeing me as the ambitious young designer who they knew would catch any ball they threw my way. And being that confident girl strutting in the office in a chic outfit made me more memorable too. During COVID, when they started implementing a gradual return to work, I showed up to the office on my first day back in this bright turquoise suit, even though I would be working 100% remotely from my desk the entire day with maybe 4 other coworkers in the entire office. I remember my one coworker commented on my outfit and took a picture and posted it to the entire studio's message board online for everyone else to see it. It was intended to be like a funny anecdote, like, oh, only Kelsey would come into the office wearing a full suit for literally 4 people to see. But it gained me recognition, and it got the attention of my bosses and all of my coworkers, who saw me as someone who always carried myself in a professional manner and that I took the job seriously, and I was excited to be there. You've probably heard this a million times, but if you have a question, just ask it. Because I'll say this now for the 3rd time, you know next to nothing at a junior level. So people are expecting you to ask questions. There is no shame at all, and it's better for you to ask a question than mess something up important on a project. And besides asking questions, speak up and ask to be a part of different phases of a project. You might not get the chance right away, but showing interest and learning about all the phases of a project will encourage your bosses and coworkers to bring you on to new things when the opportunity does present itself. You may be stuck doing the same task for an entire year, like creating a 200-page finished sample book for a retail project every day, 8 hours a day. So it is your responsibility to ask for more experience. Or if you know you have a couple of extra hours available one week, let your coworkers know that and say you would love to assist them on whatever they're working on. And I'm sure they would love to bring you in. My 7th piece of advice is to become an asset. What is the one thing that makes you stand out amongst your peers? One internship I had was at a very small architect of record firm. An AOR firm doesn't do much designing. Rather, they're the ones who put together the construction drawing set for a project based on the design that another firm already did and sent to them. Meaning I was one of the only, if not the only, interior designer on the entire team. And I happened to be the only one in the entire office who knew how to use Photoshop and InDesign. I made it known to my boss one day that I could help add some pizzazz to our marketing brochure, and she was ecstatic. I was officially her go-to girl for all things marketing and proposals, and she literally bragged about my skills to the entire office. It was so simple, and I was shocked that a college student who literally knew nothing but Photoshop, that I was the only person that knew how to use that program, and I mean, she loved it. I milked every second of it. It made me an asset to her, and with it, I gained experience putting together proposals and marketing collateral, which is something I never would have even touched otherwise as an intern. Another internship I had, I was known as the girl who could create amazing realistic renderings, which was something they currently lacked. Every project that needed a rendering would be sent my way, so I got to touch many different types of projects over a very short amount of time. You have many assets and they might be different depending on the company you work for, so make a list of a couple of things that you're really good at. Is it hand sketching? Is it a particular program? Is it general graphic design and making presentations? Now think about what your current company is lacking or how you could use your special skills to help the company make more money. Because that's ultimately what they're looking for, is to make more money. And the next time you see an opportunity to add value to a project using one of your special skills or assets, jump on it. My next piece of advice is to find a mentor. A mentor is someone who is there to guide you through this stage of your career. It should be someone that you look up to, who maybe has the job that you aspire to have, and it should also be someone that you're super comfortable being vulnerable with. A good mentor is someone who you can ask the hard questions to, whether that be design related or how to solve conflicts with coworkers. A good mentor will take you under their wing and provide you with the tools and even the connections you need to get to that next stage. What you don't want to do is find a mentor who has a career or life that you definitely do not want, or someone that doesn't have a lot of friends or allies in the office and the industry, because remember, you will be associated with anyone you spend your time with, so try to only associate yourself with professional, successful, and kind people with positive reputations. If you want to hear more about what you should be looking for in a mentor, I actually have a video on my channel where I interviewed my mentor from when I was an intern, so I'll leave a card to that right here and also a link to that video down in the description box if you want to watch that next. In addition to a mentor, you'll want to find a cheerleader. They sound similar, and they may even be the same person, but they play different roles in your career. A mentor is there to act as a guide, whereas a cheerleader is the person who is vouching for you when you are not in the room. You want your cheerleader to ideally be your superior, your boss, your manager, or someone that is above you in hierarchy and whom you work together in some level. Preferably, you want this person to be in a position of power in the company, someone who has a say in the decisions that are being made. When this person is in a meeting with the firm ownership or the C-suite talking about who will get raises that year and who won't, your cheerleader is the person in that room vouching for you to be one of those people who get the raise. Having a cheerleader can single-handedly rocket your career and get you up that corporate ladder faster than any of your peers, and in many cases, be the deciding factor on how much you earn. My 10th and final piece of advice is something I thought I wouldn't have to say, but I've worked with a lot of people who don't do any of this, so I feel the need to say it because it's the most important advice of all. Be professional. Don't show up late. Don't slack off. Don't text during meetings, please, I beg of you. Listen intensely and engage with people. Have some common professional sense. Those who look and act professional while working hard are the ones who are going to get the full-time job, they're going to get the promotion, and they're going to get ahead. Because not everyone wants this as bad as you do, and that's okay. But if you want to be successful, you've got to get your butt to that materials library and go organize some fabric samples. And if you're looking for more educational interior design content, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out some more of my interior design videos here. Let me know down in the description box what topics you'd like me to cover in the future. And with that, I'll see you in my next video. Good luck if you're applying for an internship.